What is going on, beautiful people? Today, we're going to be talking about how some narcissists are worse than others. And this is not me trying to invalidate anybody, y'all. At the end of the day, abuse is abuse. But there's a scale out there, y'all. If you're new here, my name is Lee Hammock. I'm a clinically diagnosed narcissist, and welcome to another episode of the Narcissist Code. Boom, welcome back, folks. Yes. Again, let me start by saying this again, y'all. This is not me trying to minimize anything that anyone has been through. Like I said in the beginning, abuse is abuse. If you are a survivor, you are a survivor. This is not me trying to say that there's different levels of survivors. I know some people might categorize it and things like that. Survivors survive. Thrivers thrive. This is, again, I'm not trying to minimize anything you've been through, anything you survived, anything you fought through. We don't do that here. Y'all seen that the old T'Challa meme from Black Panther? We don't do that here. No, we don't do that over here. We don't minimize, we don't victim blame. We just help people thrive and survive. But yeah, at the end of the day, and I think most of y'all would agree with me, that there are different levels of narcissists. No two narcissists are the same. Like, some are absolutely worse than others. And this is me speaking from personal experience as well, because I do my one-on-one coaching over Zoom, and I have a support group called the Mental Healers, mentalhealness.net to find out more info. And the stories that I hear are wild. The stories that I hear are wild, and I'm just like, damn, I'm nowhere near as bad as that person. I've been emotionally abusive, and it sucks. But this person being emotionally abusive, try to take your life, stole all your money, absconded with your kids, left the country. They've done, y'all, there's levels to it. And no two narcissists are the same. Just like fingerprints. These are both fingerprints, right? These are both fingerprints. All of these are my fingerprints. Everybody has fingerprints, but everybody's fingerprints are going to be different. They're still categorized as fingerprints, but they're different. Just like narcissists. They're still categorized as narcissistic, but everybody's going to be different. There's a sliding scale. At the bottom of the scale, you have your regular run of the mill narcissist and toxic people, right? You have that. You have your regular run of the mill narcissist or like toxic person. They just have narcissistic traits. They are narcissistic as hell, but they don't. They don't just like they're narcissistic as hell, but they might be. Open to change. They might hear you out. They might have some childhood trauma that they might be willing to work through. Those are your bottom level, baseline narcissistic abusers, right? But then as you slide up the scale, it gets pathological, right? It gets really pathological. Like it really does. And it gets pathological with a narcissistic person. They're not really ever going to try to go get help. Very rarely do you have somebody that is a pathological narcissist, like me, that goes into therapy and actually works on their behavior. There's literally, I can count on one hand the amount of self-aware narcissists that I really would trust to recommend anybody to heal from. One is Ben Taylor, and the other one is Ben Taylor over at Raw Motivations, and the other is Leon Walker. They haven't I've been out in the workshops and everything with being and friends in real life. Leon, I've talked to Leon a couple times. Everybody else I haven't really interacted with like that. I haven't gotten to a deep level with them. So, if I get into a deep level, I have more to recommend. But right now, those are the two that I can think of. I might have forgot some other people. No disrespect. If we ride together, no disrespect to you, right? But your regular run-of-the-mill narcissist, typically, you're not the regular run-of-the-mill. Your pathological narcissist isn't normally going to change. They have the lack of empathy. They're going to try to be emotionally abusive, right? And some of them cross the line to physical abuse. When the emotional abuse doesn't work, right? When the emotional abuse doesn't work, they tend to just elevate to physical abuse. Like my words are not affecting you anymore. Here comes the hands. Here comes the feet. Here comes the objects that I'm gonna throw at you. I'm gonna launch something at you because you're not listening. The emotional stuff doesn't work anymore. Here's a jar of glutamine for you, and they launch it at you, right? They toss it at you. They try to hurt your feelings. They try to hurt your body. And they do that type of stuff and they think you deserve it. Yes, not every narcissist is physically abusive, but you do have the narcissistic people that are, emotionally and physically abusive. Some of them will just think, and they all think you deserve it. Whether it's emotional or physical abuse, they all think that you deserve it. I don't get this way with anybody else. You're the only person who I do this to, who I treat like this. You make me act this way. I can't believe I did this. You bring out the worst in me. They'll blame you for stuff that they've done to everybody else. They've done this to everybody else. They've done this stuff to a lot of different people. And like I said, not every narcissist is going to be physically abusive. A lot of them are just going to be emotionally abusive and covert and not put their hands on you. They just use their words and their actions here to manipulate you with, to just devalue you with, to help ruin your life. They might not be physically abusive, but they try to abscond with your kids. Like I said, they run off with your kids. They just keep your kids longer than what they're supposed to keep. They won't let you talk to the kids. They don't follow the court order. They steal your car. They drain your bank account. They do every single thing. They turn your friends and family against you. There's levels to it. It's still abusive. Again, you're still a victim of abuse. This is not me trying to minimize you, but there's levels to it. You're still a victim of abuse. But some people, you get the emotional side, but then you get beat up too. Imagine getting emotionally gaslit, and then they feel like they haven't gaslit you enough, so they put their hands around your throat and try to take your life. They strangle you till you black out. And then they say, look, they strangle you till they black out, and then they try to wake you up and just say, "Oh, I love you so much. I do this because I love you. If I didn't love you, I wouldn't do this to you. If I didn't love you, I wouldn't treat you this way." What the hell? Huh? If they didn't love you, they wouldn't treat you this way? What the hell kind of dumb... I just want everybody to thrive and survive, y'all. I really, really do. They're just saying, you might actually not have your regular... then when you get to the narcissist, escalate to I said, you get the pathological narcissist, but that's not even the top of the rung. You get the pathological narcissist, then you get the narcissistic sociopaths, the narcissistic psychopaths. You get the people that are worse, that have no empathy, that don't care about you, that pretend to exist with you, that try to ruin your life on purpose and do not care what happens to them. You get the pathological sociopathic or psychopathic narcissists. They don't care about trying to ruin your life at the cost of their own. They don't care. They will try to seek their revenge on you and not care about the outcome that happens to them. As long as I get this revenge by hurting you or ruining your life or taking your life, I don't care if I go to jail. I might take myself out of here. If I take you out of here, I might take myself out of here. Some of y'all have survived your house being burnt down. Some of y'all have survived the person stabbing you or putting the gun to you and shooting at you, trying to drive in a car at high speeds to try to scare you, manipulate you into giving them or forgiving them or giving into something to avoid accountability. Some of them have put you through the worst times imaginable, and they still think you deserve it. Imagine somebody trying to stab you or take your life and thinking you deserved it. And guess what happens? I've seen this happen before. You go back. And they absolutely, if you go back to it, they absolutely believe you deserved it. Because why would you come back to me if you didn't think that if you didn't think you deserved this? Why are you coming back to me? That's how they think. If you didn't think you deserved this, why are you coming back to me? They'll smile, they'll cry, they'll fake emotions. You get the fake emotion narcissists. Some narcissistic people can express genuine emotions. They'll cry because they're hurt, right? But the psychopath, sociopath, they'll fake cry to manipulate you. They'll turn it on, and then when you give in, they'll smile. They'll be, "Oh, I'm sorry, I can't believe I hurt you so much." And you be like, "It's okay, it's okay." And they'll be like, "Is it?" Like a little devil smile. And then if they have any tears coming down, they'll have a tear right here, and it'll suck back into their eye. Like it'll go back into their reserve. They can save their tears for later. Like, I can't get this. These tears run out. These tears are not replenishable. I need them for later. So they'll suck the tears back in. They'll suck the tears back in for later. There's levels to this, y'all. Some of y'all have just dealt with more dangerous people. And that's why I tell people, when you get out of a toxic relationship, take time to heal. Take your time to heal, because you can find a worse person. If you have friends and family members out there telling you to just, oh, you broke up with them, go get somebody else really quick. No, slow your ass down. Because you might have just had your regular run-of-the-mill toxic narcissistic person that might not be pathological, right? They just might be a lying, cheating asshole, right? You leave a lying, cheating asshole and your friends peer pressure you into rushing to a new relationship. Guess what happens? You leave just a lying, cheating asshole and you end up with a psychopath. Slow your ass down. You can find a worse partner. They are out there. They're waiting for you to come out there and just be rushing into something. They're out there waiting with their arms open, with their talent. They will retract their fangs so you don't see that they're vampires. You know, they'll see you coming like, let me set my fangs back in. Yeah, y'all didn't know, narcissists, like the psychopaths and sociopaths, they have retractable tear ducts and fangs. You know, the fangs and tear ducts go back in. Y'all, if you made it this far, you gotta drop a vampire emoji in the chat, y'all. You have to drop a vampire emoji in the chat because I appreciate you. But yeah, that's what happens. There's levels to it. And again, I'm not trying to minimize what you went through or invalidate anybody's experiences. It's all abuse. It's abusive. Yelling and screaming is abuse. Constant yelling and screaming is absolutely abuse. It's emotional abuse. They might not yell and scream at you. Oh, they never yelled and screamed at me, but they backsmacked me all. They would just, they're covert, but they will backhand me every once in a while. So some people don't even yell and scream. They just hit you and think you deserve it and tell you that you deserve it. I can't believe you made me do that to you. What? Yeah, I truly believe I've helped so many people leave toxic relationships, like, and survive toxic relationship dynamics. I want to help as many people as I possibly can in the rest of 2024. So I thank y'all for being here. I thank y'all for riding with me. Again, if you interested, check out my support group, check out my courses and whatnot. Courses.mentalhealness.net. Follow my other channel, Lead.actions. I'm doing my reaction videos, my text message breakdowns, and my storytelling on Lead.actions. It's going to be starting up here pretty soon. So follow that channel. Send your story into info@mentalhealness.net. If you have some text messages or a story you want me to tell and break down. I break down the stories. I tell the stories. I will block out names and stuff like that. You send it in. If you want me to break down your own story, let's do a one-on-one or a coaching session. You see what I'm saying? Or join a support group. But if you want me to do it on a public platform, public platform, info@mentalhealness.net. Sub to the channel. Mental Healness is out. Peace. Thank you so much for making it to the end of my video. I am extremely grateful for you. Have no idea. If you haven't already, make sure you go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Helps reach more people. And click on the screen to watch another video or to browse through another playlist. There's also a link on the screen to check out my courses and my support groups to help you heal and understand what you've been through. Thank you so much again. I will see you in the next video. Peace.